we're solving two problems essentially, which is the first problem is the one that you just described there, where coaches would coach all day long if they had their diaries filled. Um, I guess what really kind of what motivated me to go on this journey was when I have gone to the likes of Google or social media to find a coach that's more suitable for me. You could spend hours and hours going through different websites trying to find the right person, and then once you land on a website or someone's page, you're trying to then find out, have they the skill set, or have they the speciality to help me with this specific area in my business, whether it's sales, marketing, finance, whatever it is that I'm looking for help with in my life. Um, I found it difficult to find the right coach. So then that's when you mention it to me, I can immediately see the benefit to a person who's looking for a coach, and then you explain the benefit for the actual coaches themselves, and the two pairs together are just solving one huge problem. It's going to be extremely disruptive, like you mentioned.
That's great. I'm delighted that you shared your perspective because, folks, I had this idea, this frustration from my perspective as a coach, looking for coachees, looking for prospects, clients, fundamentally, not just prospects, clients. So let me explain to you what it is we're attempting to do. I'll do my best, Kieran, and you can come in with your view on this in a moment, if that's okay. Hello there, and welcome to another Coffee with Colm. Thank you for joining me. And this episode of Coffee with Colm is a very special episode. I'm going to introduce you to a friend of mine, a young guy that I'm collaborating with, along with two others. We're going to bring to market in the next number of weeks and months something fascinating that we believe will be transformative in the world of coaching. So more about that in just a moment. Let me introduce you to my friend Kieran Griffin from AdSuite. Kieran, welcome.
Thank you very much, Colm. I'll hold up my coffee as well. Thank you for having me, and thanks for the introduction. And I can't wait to let people know about what it is that we're working on and collaborating with. I guess just to give a little bit of background about who I am. We know each other from a very close networking group, and we've crossed paths multiple times over the years. And I was part of that group because of my marketing company. So I run a company called AdSuite. And what we do is we specialize in online advertising for service-based businesses. And I think once we kind of like ran into each other, you had the need for our services, and we started working together and getting to know each other a bit better. And then that led us to what we're about to talk about here.
And so when I met Kieran at that networking group, I was listening to him, and I spent a few months sort of circling around to see what the guy was made of. Then we started working together, and I saw, if you like, that this guy delivers, and that's hugely important in anything I'm involved in. So when I saw that he delivers, I said, okay, and I sat down and trusted him with it, because there's an element of trust when you bring your idea to somebody, trusted with it. But he got it, and then he told me his perspective, right? So let me explain to you what it is we're attempting to do. I'll do my best, Kieran, and you can come in with your view on this in a moment, if that's okay. I love business. I love people. I love seeing stuff work. I study business. Not at a deep level. I watch what's going on. And do you see this here, the mobile phone, right? The device. I identified, and you've probably identified as well, that the mobile device is between, if you take Uber, for example, it's the piece in the middle between somebody who has a car and somebody who needs a lift. Simple as. Is that okay? Airbnb is this in the middle between somebody who has a room for rent and somebody who wants a room for rent. And people go to Uber when they're looking for a lift, and people go to Airbnb when they're looking for a room to stay. And we want people to come to our platform, and we're putting it together at this moment in time with all those wonderful people we mentioned. We want people to come to us if they're looking for a coach, right? One place to go, and it's going to be our platform. And we want coaches to come to our platform and obviously register as service providers. And then our platform will be that piece in the middle between the coach who wants to coach people and the person looking for coaching. Simple as. And there are all sorts of arguments for that, and there are all sorts of arguments against that. And we don't mind. We're just going to do it anyway. Is there a gap in the market? We believe there is. Is there a market in the gap? Another very important question. We believe there is. Time will tell. Kieran.
Yeah, I mean, the way I like to summarize it is like we are completely changing the dynamic for both sides of the equation. Number one, the people who are looking for a coach no longer have to struggle to find someone. Everyone's within a platform and can be will be able to segregate depending on categories and specialities and qualifications or whatnot, or types of coaches, so to speak. And the second is, instead of a coach, and what we have found from conversation and research ourselves, is that coaches are extremely busy and sometimes even lost, because all they're doing and throughout their day is looking at trying to find a client. So the dynamic that we're changing is, instead of them spending their days looking and finding people, they're going to be spending their days helping people and speaking to other people. So it's going to be it's a game changer. It's going to improve millions of lives, and it's something that I don't think I think it's something that this industry is going to need, because we know from the research we've done our homework. The industry is growing phenomenally across the world, and there's nothing that facilitates the connection. And we know, because of the power of connection and networking, what it means when two people come together. And there's nothing that would facilitate it as well as what we're about to build here.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And you can see, folks, why I invited this young man into the vision to see could we create something together. And then, as I say, we took our time and we found the other guys as we went. We're sort of choosy like that. We want to build a world-class platform. We've spoken about that in our meetings. We meet regularly, and we want to build a world-class platform. We're not messing around. Ultimately, the market will dictate whether it's a success or not, right? Whether it'll be adopted, but we believe that it's disruptive enough and answers the questions, as Kieran said earlier, for both sides of the equation there. Time will tell. Kieran, what do you propose people would do if they watch this and they want to stay ahead and keep posted on our developments? What do you want them to do?
Yeah, so we are going to have a kind of like a pre-launch sign up, register your interest page that will be made available through a link. Wherever this video is going to be posted will contain a link where you can sign up, and you will be kept up to date with any launch updates, what's coming or what's coming next, any new features that we're thinking of adding. We also have social media pages created on all the main platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram, that people can stay up to date with us and follow us on. So yeah, look, there's many ways. The primary way to stay up to date is to register your interest and sign up for our pre-launch. All that's required is a name and an email, and you will be kept up to date with any new announcements that's coming down the line.
Super. And I think it's probably fair to say we'll put a link at the bottom of this video for people, or we'll put, is that what we're going to do?
Yeah, I think that would be the easiest. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the easiest. You know, we're trying to be as specific as we can here, people, whilst being as vague as we need to be for lots of different reasons, to just give you a flavor of what's coming down the track. If you're a coach, if you know a coach, please refer them to this. If you're a coach, you've got absolutely nothing to lose by just registering your interest, and we'll simply keep you posted. There'll be no hard sell here. For those of you that know me, that's not my style. It's not Kieran's style. Another reason why he's part of the team here. This is simply a service. Years ago, I learned a truism: stop selling, start serving. Stop selling, start serving. And that's what this is all about. We want to serve the coaching industry. As Kieran said earlier, you know, this has the potential to change millions of lives, coaches' lives and coachees' lives. And that's all we can do here is bring what we can bring to the market. The market will dictate the rest. Kieran, last word to you.
Yeah, and look, I suppose just to summarize everything, I'm delighted that we can finally kind of speak to people, and this message is out there, you know, from holding it back for quite a while, since mid-October, that, you know, the world and our network is going to know about this. And all I can say is just keep your eyes peeled, and I hope that if, like you mentioned, that if you are a coach, that this is something you should definitely you know, express interest in and just see how it can work for you. and then for the people who are going to be looking for coaches as well, there'll be more announcements and developments for those people as well. So for now, we're really focused on getting coaches pre-registered, letting them know that what's about to come, when it's going to be launched, and from there it's gonna slowly build.
Happy days, happy days. Well, folks, there you go. A very extra special episode of Coffee with Colm. So thank you for joining me and Kieran, and of course Tim and Chris and Liam and Agnes for this very special episode of Coffee with Colm. I hope and trust as ever you got something from it. Please consider what's been shared here today and apply it into your thinking for this next week. In particular, use the form. Just give us your details. We'll keep you posted. No hard sell for sure. From a traditional perspective on Coffee with Colm episode, I'm inviting you to get some fresh air, get some R&R, right? You spend too much time with other people, spend some time alone. If you spend too much time alone, I recommend you go meet some people. And then when the time is right, and only when the time is right, get your head back in the game, get organized for the week ahead, get stuck in, make next week count, and we'll see you some other time for a Coffee with Colm. But I want to thank Kieran Griffin for being my special guest today. Kieran.
Thank you, Colm.
Folks, sláinte, love great coffee. Talk to you soon. Oh, I really do love great coffee. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.